I'm recording.
I'm recording now on my camera.
Senor laptop.
Clap, clap, clap.
Yes. One,
clap. One,
two,
two.
3.
We need to start saying it like Freddie Benson. We have to start going, in 3, 2. And you know what? Fuck everyone who says that I look like
Gosh, that really that went so many directions.
Because my blood
so fast.
My blood started boiling all of a sudden. So on TikTok, I wasn't expecting to go full in podcast mode. But
I cannot even believe you. We didn't even. I didn't even get to say hi, Nicole.
No, I don't even care. I don't even want to hear it.
Oh
I was on TikTok the other day, and a lot of people found out that the girl from Spy Kids, Alexa Penavega, she is currently dating. What is his name from Big Time Rush? Because I never cared for Big Time Rush.
Carlos Penavega.
Yes. So they are married and they are together and everything. And
Correct.
so it's like well-known fact that they are Trump supporters. The comments that I get the most of who I look like is Alexa Penavega as well as Neville Papperman. I get that the most.
I don't see that at all.
That's fine.
Thought I
don't
saw
either.
something. I saw a tweet a while ago that said, stop comparing me to the girl from Spy Kids or something. Or maybe it was a story.
Wait, let me finish.
And
That's what this is about.
Well, I thought you were talking about Gertie Giggles. Emily Osment. That's who I thought you were talking about this whole time. Go ahead.
So anyway, there's this tweet about this TikTok about how she looks like Neville Papperman. And it was basically like being like, fuck Alexa Penavega for being a Trump supporter. Fuck her, she looks like Neville Papperman anyway. Well, if people tell me that I look like Neville Papperman, and people tell her that she looks like Neville Papperman, I definitely look like Neville. I definitely 100% look like him. Because that is like uncanny. I thought that maybe it's like a gag, like an inside joke that everyone's like, let's shit on Nicole and tell her that she looks like Neville. But the fact that they're telling my like celebrity lookalike that she looks like Neville, then I deadass really look like Neville. And that hurts a lot, and I can't fathom it.
Just want to go on the record.
Also, Elon Musk.
I've never thought you looked like any of those people.
Okay, do you think I look like Elon Musk?
No.
Thank you so much.
Only Elon Musk looks like Elon
The
Musk.
only reason why I would kind of like that is so that Grimes thinks that I'm sexy. That's the only reason.
Does Grimes think that Elon Musk is
no,
sexy?
no. I don't think so.
Just because you have a child with somebody does not necessarily mean that.
You have to have like some sort of like a little bit of like, you know what I mean? You have to have at least a little bit. Like I don't know what she sees in him, and I don't care to ever see it. I don't want to see it. Like whatever she has seen, I don't want to see that. But like, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
I like Grimes.
I don't know. I like Grimes.
I like to close my eyes to the fact that she had a whole ass baby with Mr. Muskie, but that's really none of my business.
Mr. Muskie. Oh, well, I do think a lot of the time, I thought for so long that Elon Musk was like a descendant of Nikolai Tesla. But he's not. He's not.
No, I don't think so.
He just called his company Tesla.
Yeah. Sorry I'm late to the podcast, by the way.
It's okay. Your mom had to go get dirt.
Yeah.
There's nothing we could do.
I texted Jake right before this, and I was like, hey, I'll be home soon. So sorry. My mom had to stop by and get dirt. And he was like, this sounds fake, but like, you know my mom, and you know that's real.
Oh,
and
yeah, I know.
I was in the car, reclined all the way back and laying down, and I was like, Jake said that this sounds fake. And she goes, call him. I need to have a word with him. I need to say a few things to him.
Did you get me in trouble? With your mother?
With my own mother, yeah.
I literally hate you. I can't believe you've soiled my image.
We went
in the
to
eyes
this,
of your mother.
Soil place of all places, like just this like random soil place. Like we're like on the lookout. She's like, I don't have an address. Just look for big piles of dirt. And she went in, and it's like, it's far enough that it's hick-like people, like a lot of like yee guys. But it's close enough to home that I'm able to come here and do the podcast directly after looking at dirt in like a timely manner. So I didn't know how long this was going to be. and she was looking specifically for like mushroom enriched soil or something like that. She goes to this place. Of course, no one's wearing a mask. There's like, oh my God, the cutest little kitties running around this mulch area. There's a husky. Beautiful. Just everything about this place is amazing, and it smells like dirt. I loved it, personally. They didn't have the dirt that she wanted. I don't really have anything else to tell you. But anyway, my mom just kept saying,
Dirt.
she goes, it's okay. We have Miracalgro. I go, what do we have at home? She goes, Miracalgro. And I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh my God, you're talking about Miracle Grow. And I was like, yeah, my tattoo says Miracle Liner. I told her, I said that I want to go donate blood before I get another tattoo so that I actually can get, like, to give them my good antibody juices to the nice blood bank and
she
stuff.
said, you have tattoo?
She goes...
And you went,
She goes, hold on. Why would you need another one? And I go, why are you not focusing on the fact I want to give blood again? Like, why are you focusing on the one minuscule part of the story? And she goes, what would you need one for? And I was like, who needs one for anything? Keep in mind, this is the same woman who is trying to get a tattoo herself. Like, she kind of wants one too, coming up. And I was like, why are you judging me? And she's like, you have two. That's enough. You don't need any more. So.
I think your mom would, like, rock a tattoo.
You and I should get a tattoo for the podcast. We should get the actual logo tattooed on our ass.
Yeah, so that every time I sit down, I'm smothering our podcast.
Yes.
Yes. My dog pooped on the floor.
That's what you wanted to tell me?
Yeah, last night.
Here's the real question. Did you clean it out with vinegar? And if so, did you suck it out of the carpet?
I didn't. Actually, what I ended up doing... Okay, I've been to Home Depot twice in the last 2 days, which is just a record for me in my life.
You're so manly. And
I am.
Like, I love men who go to Home Depot.
No, stop. It's like the only place for me. Like, it's the only place I fit in and feel belonging.
I like Lowe's better, even though I grew up as a Home Depot kid.
I've never, like, gone into a Lowe's willingly.
Well, Home Depot feels like home, but Lowe's feels like a home that won't hurt you, you know? That's not, like, reflective of, like, my childhood at all. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, like, Lowe's feels like it's safe. It feels like it's, like, the people there would help you if something happened to you. Home Depot, if you need something, they're like, fuck you. It's in aisle 11.
That's true. And they did do that to me, like, twice. I got one of those, like vacuums that sprays wet.
You mean a carpet cleaner?
It's like a carpet cleaner. Yes, I got that, and I carpet cleaned.
What did you call it? A vacuum that sprays
wet.
Oh,
yeah, it's like
man, you would not do well in marketing at all. Sorry.
But stop. Wait, that's what they should start calling it. I think it's called an extractor vacuum. But I feel like it is the most satisfying thing to use.
Is it one of those green ones, like the pretty green ones from TikTok that everyone has? Is it Bissell? Is it like a nice like?
No, but I want one of those.
Yeah, it's really cute. I just want to I just want a vacuum that sprays wet everything that I own.
Everything, yeah, and then you just go.
Sounds
and like
so satisfying.
Suck it all
I
out.
have nothing to suck nor clean, but if I did.
Oh, what a life to live, to have nothing to suck.
Or clean.
Or clean. You have people do that for you.
Yeah.
Clean, yeah, but. It was immensely satisfying. Now, the part where he pooped on the carpet, I don't even know when. I was asleep, so I have no idea how it happened or when it happened.
Dog father that you don't even let him out before you go to bed.
But the worst part is
Negligent.
that this is yesterday. We were on our daily walk through the park, and he does this thing where he like sniffs the ground and then he like somersaults and rolls over and then like wails around in the grass on his back. It's cute, and I'm always like, you cutie. But this time he was like, he did it, and then I like look at him and he's covered in brown muck. Ooh. And it was poop. He was covered in poop yesterday, and I had to wash him outside, and it was freezing cold, and I feel so bad. Why do
animals do that? Like, there's like, if there's any dirt spilled on the ground, like, my mom is potting tomatoes right now for the season, and so anytime that there is Miracalgro, like, sprinkled on the ground, Clementine is, like, rolling in it. I'm like, you dirty little filthy animal.
They just want to, like, douse themselves in muck
nasty.
and
Yeah,
grossness.
they just want to be nasty and disgusting.
Exactly, and that's what he did to me yesterday, and I had to wash him off. And then, of course, last night he was like, "I haven't had enough, so I'm going to poop on your carpet."
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Very disappointing. Yeah, but I actually ended up using the thing. I actually just got a new car, which I'm going to talk about this week. I'm going to talk about it.
Did you? Yeah, Jake,
I bought a Jeep.
When Jake gets something new in his life, he needs to, like, let it sit in. He needs to, like...
That's very true.
Let it, like, marinate within himself because he can't tell anyone. Like, he can't post about it. He needs to be sure that he wants this thing forever in his life before it's, like, made public.
That's really true.
Yeah.
Because I get, like, especially...
We had to talk about this, how this is, like, an issue with your life.
Yeah. Well,
We're
with Tucker, when I first got him, I cried for 4 days because I was like... I think I just ruined my entire next what like Tucker, how long? 15 years? I don't know. He doesn't know either. But I was like, wow, I am so responsible for something for its entire life, and I literally cried for 4 days after I got him, and so I did not post like a single thing about Tucker on any social media for like 4 weeks. Made. Well, he did poop on the floor, so I don't know about the best decision I've ever made.
Yeah, but he loves you, and you love him.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. I love Tucker.
I don't know. I can't imagine you without Tucker now. You know what I mean? Like, now he's, like, so part of the family. Like, I can't imagine you without Tucker in your life. That's how I feel about Clementine now. Like, I can't imagine my life without Clementine because of... I was explaining to my friend last night, about why like she needs a cat so bad and how much like my life has changed. And I mean, I don't know how much I believe, well, I want to believe in this, but that cats are just very spiritual beings, and
I would agree.
They are like drawn to the people that need the most like healing or whatever. And so in the fall time, she was constantly like laying on my chest and like purring on my chest, and then she just like stopped. And then she got attached to my mom like really badly and doing that with her. And I was, like, really butthurt about it, but now I kind of feel better about it because I'm like, no, I think she knows that I'm doing good and that, like, my mom just needs to pick me up more than I do right now.
I kind of would agree because Tucker used to be very, like, anytime I'd leave, he had a little bit of, like, what's it called? Anxiety. Mm-hmm. But, like, a special kind of anxiety. What am I thinking of?
Separation anxiety.
Yeah. He had like really bad separation anxiety, which I wouldn't say he's like completely over, but he's more comfortable with like the rest of my family now. So he's not like sitting here at home like whining the entire time because he knows he can have fun with other people. Yeah, so that's really nice. That's nice to know. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I got a Jeep and I used the carpet cleaner. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna buy this thing or rent this thing for 4 hours, I'm gonna do more than like the tiny spot in my room. So I ended up like doing all of my seats and my carpet in this car, which had been previously owned by.
Are you renting this machine or did you buy it?
I rented it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was.
You should do it one day. It's so satisfying.
I have nothing to suck or clean. You don't listen. Everything in my life.
I'm sure you can find something like. Why don't do you have like a little like cat pillar?
It's like made out of like string for her to claw at. Like you can't suck or clean that. She doesn't believe in this.
You don't have like a carpet like tower for her to sit in?
I had one for her and I had to return it because she doesn't care for those kinds of things. Like she has like a little like hideaway bed. She prefers boxes and she prefers going inside of cabinets and hiding in them. She prefers windowsills, and that's about it. That's what Clementine likes.
You're like, my cat is just
and the garage.
She has this
a refined taste.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, that's her. Taste. She loves the garage like a lot. A lot. Like I know when she's in the garage because I smell her and I'm like, you smell like a little garage. You smell kind of gross. Because
if someone that Big Mac truck, right?
If someone stands outside of the door, like outside of the garage, she will just cry and meow for someone to let her in. And I'm like, why are you so obsessed with the garage? It's kind of weird. But
wait, to let her in the
The garage.
The garage?
Yeah.
Oh, she's insane.
Yeah, she wants to be in there. She wants to go play in the garage.
She reminds me of not like a house plant, but like the plants outside. Because they're all like a house plant is like, I'm dying and nothing can help me. And then the outside plants are like, woo, this is the best. I love toxic water and pond. Yeah.
That's Clementine. Yeah,
That's
we give her
Clementine.
like expensive, nice cat food, and she doesn't want it. She's like, give me that yummy Friskies. Give me that. And like, Friskies, it's not the best for them, but
It's all she'll eat.
She likes dry. She'll prefer to eat dry food than wet food until like no one's looking, and then she'll eat wet food. And she's like, I just want to feel like I am being abused and being
She's
abandoned.
so
that
down
no-
to earth.
Yeah, she's crazy. She's just so
She wants like a
crazy
story to tell later, like when she's older.
To who?
Something that I don't know.
Not
she's
her
the
kids.
She's an influencer.
Oh my, she kind of is an influencer. But
I know.
I wanted to ask about your jaw because now I'm having jaw problems. Not that like my Botox did not work, because it definitely did. I posted photos of it. Did you see my photos on Twitter that I posted?
I thought you said, I want to ask about your job because I'm having job problems, and I was like, what job? Like, what job?
There was an older woman who commented on a YouTube video of mine recently. She goes, "This was your dream job? Fuck you. This isn't a real job. 9-year-olds could do this." And then I was like, oh my god, you are so angry, but like kind of right. No, I'm just kidding.
You're like, true.
No, I'm having jaw problems.
Yeah.
Like, I think I like did something wrong to it. I think I opened my mouth too wide, and I think I got like it stuck a little bit. And now I just need to keep cracking it. I don't
Is
think
that why you're talking like that?
Oh, you were so mean.
Is that I kind of hear it.
Let me give it a good crack. Tell me about your little jaw problems and the nice little woman who helped fix your little jaw.
Yes. How do you know? Did I call you after my jaw
You
thing?
literally called me.
What did I say?
You said that this woman knew that you worked at the place that you worked.
Oh, yeah! Oh my gosh, I forgot. Wait, when did I call you? Legit.
Directly
I do
after?
No, I definitely called my mom directly after.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you talked to me after. I think after I was coming back from my little doctor's appointment that I'll talk about soon.
That's right. That's
Yes.
right.
So yesterday.
That's right. Okay, yesterday I went to a little. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to crack it.
Oh, okay. Yesterday I went to a little chiropractor.
Wow.
Yeah, she was super cool. Her name was Trish.
Trisha Paytas cracked your jaw.
Trisha Paytas fixed my jaw. That's the title of this podcast.
Oh, maybe we should. Trisha Paytas is like what is it called? Jack of all trades. Like, she's a Domino's employee. She is a speed reader. She is, what else did she claim to be? She claimed to be a computer programmer on the Ellen Show. She is
Jewish.
a chiropractor. Yes, she is whatever else that she's claimed to be. And now a new addition is Jake's personal jaw cracker.
Yes. Well, actually, technically, this chiropractor didn't crack my jaw.
What did she do?
She
She
just,
gave the
like-
gun?
No.
My doctor pulled out a gun.
Yo, what? She was like, hands up, jaw!
That might just have to do with the fact that we live in two very different places.
Different places.
Yeah, my chiropractor pulled out a gun on me. Like, it was like a very specific like jaw gun, and so he's like, okay,
Wow.
slowly open your mouth, and then he like shoots this like gun into my jaw, and then. I mean, clearly it didn't work that good because I needed Botox, but I look like drastically different. Did you see the photos?
I did see your picture, and I was about to comment.
I look like I have cotton balls in my mouth. Like, I was watching the video while I was talking, and it literally looked like I was having an allergic reaction. And I didn't want anyone to be like, oh, you just lost weight. I didn't lose any weight. I'm the same weight as before. I literally look like my mouth is just, like, full of something. The entire time while I'm talking, I'm like, oh my god, this bitch is going into anaphylaxis. Like, why is she so swollen in, like, her jaw?
I didn't notice it when
when
you
it was
around
when
the
it
time
happened?
that was
No,
happening.
I didn't
yeah,
notice
I did
either.
not even realize.
No, I
Did
didn't.
not.
You're like, yes, I did.
I'm like, her jaw looked insane.
No, I like can't believe it. I'll send you more photos then later, but like I'm just like in complete shock. I didn't realize how bad it really was until I like look at my jaw now. I'm like, that looks completely different.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, that leads me into my next point about allergies, because if we're going to be talking about anaphylaxis, let's talk about my new allergies that I found out
Nuts.
about. Why do you have to spoil every single thing that I ever say on this podcast ever? There's nothing.
Nicole's allergic to nuts. Moving on. I'm just kidding.
There's nothing more irritating in my life than like when I tell a story and Adam interrupts me and like shares the ending with everyone, and I'm just like, you little skank. I like watching the lead up to the stories.
Oh, sorry. Nicole's allergic to nuts.
So, no,
What nuts are you allergic to, Nicole?
Let me tell you. So I went to the little doctor yesterday. I went to the gastroenterologist. I know that it's been a very big lead up on my channel and on my podcast. Everyone knows about my little tummy issues, having a lot of issues, don't know what the problem is. And my family doctor was not helping me. She put me on medication. The medication made it worse. I took matters into my own hands. I was like, I need to go to a gastroenterologist. Well, I guess that's not really problems into my own hands. It's asking someone else for help. But I went, and Mr. Doctor Man was so kind, and immediately he was like, yeah, obviously I'm going to send you for tests, and I'm going to send you for a colonoscopy and an endoscopy at the same time. So basically I'm going to become like a little human shish kebab, because I'm going to have something up my ass and down my throat at the same time, and I absolutely cannot wait. I like literally can't wait for him.
People are gonna like take that out of this podcast.
I'm gonna have something up my ass and down my throat, and I can't wait. Like
the title of your next podcast.
It's so exciting. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I just can't wait to have answers. Like that's what I'm most excited for, because if anyone knows what it's like to like have something wrong with you and then not have a diagnosis for it, and then all of your doctors not believing you and not wanting to even send you for a test. Like my family doctor was like, no, I'm not sending you to the gastroenterologist because they're going to put you on medication and make you wait. So I'm going to put you on medication for 16 weeks instead. Like that's like messed up. I don't like that. And so I wish that someone would have taken me and sent me for a test, so that way I would have avoided all this medication that wasn't even helping me. It was actually hurting me. And he was very kind and nice, and he sent me for tests right away. I went and got blood work done right away because they had it like right in the building, and I needed to get it done. I didn't even know what I was doing the blood tests for. The I don't know how to pronounce them. Is it? Oh, it's FHLEB, right? The blood doc. Yeah, the blood people. The people who take the blood.
Fleb.
No, I really.
Duh.
Hold on, I really want to know. People
My family
who
fleb.
take blood. People who take blood are called a phlebotomist. That doesn't sound rice. Right. I said that doesn't sound rice.
That does not sound rice. That is so true.
Wait, I really want to know, because I want to shout out my phleb community of all the people who take blood for a living, because very, very kind people.
Shout out to all you flebbers.
Yeah, shout out to my...
If you're a fleb, sound off in the comments.
Phlebotomist!
Oh,
Shout
phlebotomist?
Yeah, what it... Oh,
I thought a phlebotomist was... Oh, no, is that a lobotomist?
The people
that
who
takes
take...
your brain out?
I love the phlebotomist that took my blood. She was holding my blood so gently. Pretty sure she might have been a little bit in love with me. I was a little bit in love with her, and it was just a good time. And I got my results back that night. My B12 is amazing, for anyone wondering, because I know everyone was wondering.
Literally not a single person.
I was shoving it in my mom's face because she was like, "You're low on B12," and I was just like shaking it in front of her face. I was like, "Look at me. My B12 is good. Yours isn't, so."
Yeah, take this.
My poor cancer surviving mother.
Nicole made me buy B12. I still have it.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
It says I went through like a week in college.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
Junior year, where I really had a headache.
Did it help?
Constantly. No.
You should take it. You should know you as a vegetarian, you're supposed to be taking that consistently.
I think I'm doing fine without it.
No, because as people who don't eat meat don't receive any B12 from their diet, really.
Would a person who does not have B12 be making a podcast right now?
Look at you.
I know, I feel like I look really pale right now.
That might...
It's like a really horrible...
You...
Like, I look sick.
Jake, you need... No, Jake is always like, I'm so unhealthy. I don't feel good. I don't do this. I don't do that. And then I'm like, are you taking all these vitamins that a vegetarian should? And he's like, no. And I'm like, Jake, you need to be taking your vitamins. Do you take an omega-3?
Have you tried living life on the edge?
I lived at the edge. For anyone who went to Temple knows what the edge is. It's not that funny. It's not that
Remember when I said the nest and we both went, oh.
Yeah. Where did Jake and Nicole live? Exposed.
Exposed. Wait. Uh-oh. No, they're going to find us.
No, I did. I got my test results this morning, and I didn't know that I was taking a food allergy test. Like, I had no idea that that was one of the things that I was doing, but it came back, and it's a long list of things, and I am allergic to sesame seed, hazelnut, severely allergic to hazelnut, and peanuts.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what happens when you eat hazelnuts?
Okay, that's the thing. Nothing. But. Every
Did you
single
try it
time.
out? Were you like, this can't be right? And then you were like,
Who casually has hazelnuts in their home? I think the last time that I had, like, hazelnut intentionally was when I had, like, Nutella as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't casually eat hazelnuts. I don't remember any time that I've had hazelnuts recently. I know, I looked it up. I was like, what is hazelnut in? It's in praline. I've had a praline latte from Starbucks probably within the last, like, few years. I don't think I died, unless this is the afterlife. And sesame seed.
This is purgatory.
No, this literally feels like purgatory sometimes because I don't know what's going on half the time.
Yeah.
I'm like in a state of confusion at all times. Like every single time before the podcast, I write down notes of what I want to talk about because if I don't write them down, they're going to escape my mind. But then I'm like, I have no thoughts. Like I have no idea what to even write. I have no clue. No,
and it's so obvious. It's so painfully obvious. Anyway, go ahead. Jake, would you believe me? I don't know what I was saying. Like, I have You
no
were
idea.
saying that you are allergic
Sesame.
to sesame.
Tahini. I know. Hummus.
Sad.
Hummus. I know.
Hummus has tahini in it. Sorry.
Yes. Every single time that I have had sesame oil in any Asian dishes, I get migraines. And I was so confused. And I thought that it was because I remember making this one ramen dish and it called for sesame oil. I just bought sesame oil. It was my first time cooking with it and I was like, this smell is really bothering me. Like, I don't usually get like this, and specifically the smell of sesame oil was like making me very, very ill. And so I thought that I just didn't like the smell or something, and that's why I eventually had a headache. But the migraine was so intense and I was like, I may or may not have been like extremely like nauseous. Like, I think I was like very, very ill and I don't think I was able to like function for the rest of the day. Now realizing that was my sesame allergy. And so now I can't even use it. Like, I have not, every single time I try and cook with it, I just can't. And so I can't have everything but the bagel seasoning anymore. So thank God, because I'm tired of pretending that I like that. And then on top of that, hazelnuts, I never have that, so like whatever, who cares. Peanuts though.
Peanuts.
I used to be obsessed with peanut butter when I was in my little like fitness junkie phase, and I was like, peanut butter, everything. Like for some reason, everyone at the gym is taught to like love peanut butter so much. Like, I didn't even care that much for peanut butter, and then I was like told that I need to be obsessed with it or else I couldn't get the gains. I couldn't get the booty growth unless I ate peanut butter every fucking day. And so I had a lot of peanut butter. Nothing ever happened to me. And then I used to make fun of people who had peanut allergies because I'm like, you can't stand a little peanut, like as a joke. Like, everyone does that. And now I'm the person with the peanut allergy. Now what? And always when I would tell people what my allergies were, I would always list them, and then I would be like, but not nuts. You would think that I'd be allergic to peanuts, that one of the most common food allergies, and I'm not. And now I am. And now it's going to happen to me. And now, if you're allergic to hazelnuts and peanuts, then you're most likely allergic to like all these other nuts because like of the same protein that's in it. And then I looked up hazelnut allergies. I was doing some research. Turns out if you have an allergy to a lot of trees, then you have allergies to like hazelnuts and peanuts. So that's why I didn't fucking post for Earth Day. Fuck you, Earth. I'm allergic to literally everything about it. Like, why? It makes me so upset. I can't even have a small avocados. Not even the big ones. It's the small avocados. And then I try to Google it. Why is it the small avocados? And it's because I'm allergic to trees. So anyway, the whole reason why I can't eat all of these things is because I'm allergic to trees.
Are you allergic to pollen?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Earth really just hates you.
That's why I'm not posting for Earth Day on Instagram today.
Wait, when is Earth Day?
Today. I'm not posting. Fuck you, Earth. I'm not doing it.
No, so true. Fuck the Earth. Gosh. Wow. There's a lot to unpack there. First thing I want to say, hazelnuts. Well, not hazelnuts, but Nutella gives me vivid dreams.
That's it. Period. End of sentence. Vivid dreams. It just gives you.
Every day that I have Nutella, almost said peanut butter, meant Nutella. Every day that I have Nutella, I fall asleep that night, and I have the longest, most vivid dream of my life. I remember
How often
everything
do you
about
have
that.
Nutella that you remember something like that?
Next question.
I used to eat it.
There was like a time in high school where I would eat it a lot.
No, because everyone was obsessed with it on Tumblr. Like everyone made being obsessed. Like I remember people would come to school with a whole jar of Nutella and like a spoon. And I would make fun of them. But then I would go home and I would eat Nutella with a spoon. So I'm like, why am I making... They're just more confident than I am because they're bringing it to school.
I liked to like take pretzels and like dip it into Nutella. Yum,
yeah,
yum.
See... It was yummy. It was scrumptious, but it has milk in it, so I haven't had it in, like, over 5 years now. And so that's fine, but I got the results sent to my phone first, and then the doctor called me a couple hours later, and they were like, yeah, just don't eat these, like, at all. Like, do not even consume them, because especially the hazelnut one, it's pretty high. And I was like, okay, like, even though I've never had, like, anaphylaxis, and they're like, yeah, the thing with these kinds of allergies is that if you eat them, you could go your entire life without having it. That's why most people end up in the hospital, is because they'll have anaphylaxis suddenly to like a food that they've never knew that they were allergic to. But they've had it before, but it's just whenever your body decides to react to it. So one day my throat could close up and I could die from a peanut. But I'm happy I know now. But now it's like, so I'm supposed to live the rest of my life in fear, even if my throat could never close up from a peanut. But like, honestly, I don't care. I don't even want to eat a peanut for the rest of my life.
Wow. You don't like peanut butter?
I ate it so much that I'm like sick of it. Like every single time that I taste, whoa, wait, now I'm kind of sad because now I have like maybe 4 or 5 opened like peanut butter containers in my pantry.
4 or 5?
I have my own.
What is wrong with you?
Well, they all are different. Like, one is crunchy, one is the natural kind, one is the not natural kind. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to have a peanut butter giveaway on my channel. I'm going to be giving away peanut butter that I have opened. My germs are 100% in there because I have used a dirty spoon and I put it back into the jar.
100% in there.
So, if anybody wants it who will not get anaphylaxis, take it off my hands. Free. Completely free.
Wow.
So.
That is amazing.
I know. So I just I feel robbed. But also, this doesn't explain any of my stomach issues. This just adds mental pain onto me.
They were like, so we really don't know what's going on with your stomach. But here's some bad news.
Yeah, like this doesn't explain anything.
Don't eat peanut butter.
Those are not foods I have regularly, so it's really okay. Slightly concerned about the sesame one because it's definitely hidden in there with a lot of Asian food, and I love a lot of Asian dishes, and it's just
pho?
Often I don't think they put sesame oil in pho, but
I feel like they do. But I'm just saying that in pho because I'm just saying that because I want you to be terrified of eating pho.
Great, thank you so much. The one thing that still brings me like joy and pleasure in this world, and you just want to strip it away from me.
You're gonna be like, your mom's gonna be like, oh, what do we eat for dinner tonight? And you're gonna be like, how about
Yeah, so I'm a little bit worried, but I mean, if I just don't like, I never had to worry about, like, whenever all of my food allergies, like all the, like, gluten, milk, soy, and eggs, like all of those, they're all sensitivities. I just call them allergies because it's easier and people take them more seriously if I say allergies than sensitivities, and not everyone understands, like, what a sensitivity is, especially like a restaurant. Like, if you say I'm sensitive to this, they'll just be like, okay, cool, when in reality, like, it's a lot more intense than that. So I've never had to experience anaphylaxis from any of my food allergies except now. And mini avocados? Also, what makes a mini avocado no longer mini? Like, where does it pass the threshold?
I'm confused about that whole
Okay,
thing.
that's not,
Maybe you
like...
should just eat organic avocados.
No, it does not matter. It doesn't matter. I literally have had this issue. I didn't get tested for it. It wasn't on the list. The list was, like, fish, salmon, egg whites, wheat, like, that kind of stuff.
Oh, good. At least you're not allergic to all the things that you don't eat.
Thank God I can eat fish, and thank God I can eat, like, all of those. Wheat came back negative, but that's because I have a sensitivity to it, not an allergy. But no, like, for example, I'm sorry, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I remember now. Okay, avocado. That one is just every single time I have small avocados, my mouth starts, like, itching really badly, and my face starts to, like, break out around my mouth, and my lips get really itchy and bumpy for a few days, and it's only the small ones. I don't know why. I don't have a reason for it.
That is just so random.
But, like, when does, like, a mini avocado stop being a mini avocado? Like, when do I look at an avocado and I'm like, that is no longer a mini avocado? Like, but what if it is? What if it's just a large mini avocado?
Then I guess you'll just have to die.
I feel like I should be, like, protected. Like, you know what I mean? Because I have a podcast to run, and I really can't die from anaphylaxis.
So true.
And so I feel like I should get one of, maybe I can train Clem to, like, sniff out when I'm allergic to something. They have dogs for that.
That's a good idea. Oh,
they have dogs for
service
that.
Dogs.
Jake, I think I should go. I think it's time that I
need to read a review before you go.
Oh, my goodness. The review. How could I forget?
Hey everyone, thanks for watching, by the way. We hope that you liked this episode. If you did, please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and leave us a comment on our little YouTube video. It comes out every Thursday. This podcast audio comes out every Tuesday on all streaming platforms, and the video version comes out on YouTube under the name Talk Nasty to Me Podcast. Or Talk Nasty Podcast?
Same thing.
Okay. Every Thursday. So please leave us a comment. I don't know. We like to, and also follow us on all of our things. They're linked in the thing where the things are. This review comes from Nicole Raffi, and it says, "Love you, Nicole." Wow. Legendary. Amazing.
Touching.
Was that
I love
you?
You too. Probably.
Why did you do that?
You know, that was not actually me.
What?
What?
It's literally your name.
I didn't do that. I swear on... Wait, when was it posted?
The 13th of March.
Of last year?
2021.
I don't think I did that.
That's so weird.
Well, maybe I did.
If you're out there and you are posing as Nicole Raffi, stop!
I don't think I commented that. I don't think I would ever say something like that. Maybe I did. You know what? Yeah.
Nicole's like, I would never say I love myself.
No, I definitely wrote that because the heading is love spelled L-U-V. That was 100% me.
Yeah. So thanks, Nicole. Keep watching our podcast. Hope you're enjoying it. You know, maybe one day you'll be up here doing something like we are.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Or hopefully not, because I'm tired of the competition. I'm kidding. Anyway, have a really good rest of your day, everybody.
Kisses.
Kisses.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.